I've been playing computer games all my life, ever since my parents got me my first Atari console. My name is I'm 27 years old and I'm currently running one of the biggest gaming companies in Bulgaria, Access Software. 10 years ago, while I was heavily playing the first series of StarCraft, I really wanted to start creating my own games. By that time I was just finishing school and I had to take a decision whether to continue my study abroad or to stay and pursue my dream in an industry that is very new and pioneering industry in a small country like Bulgaria. Naturally, my first task was to find fellow friends who feel the same way, who wanted to invest their time and efforts and skills into creating really quality games. It wasn't actually so hard, this is the way Access Software started. A year ago, Nadia came to me and proposed the idea about creating Rage War. I really thought that the idea is worth it and I approved the game design process to begin immediately. I really wanted to have something fast to test and see if it really is so fun as it sounds. Now, a year later, I embraced the idea about getting the game early on Kickstarter to present the players before we were actually ready. I think that it's a very great idea and I think that also Nadia's team has something amazing to offer.
In the last 10 years, we specialized in creating browser games and our strategy games brought us international recognition. Access Software started as a small team of 4 people and in time we actually managed to grow a company with 100+ employees. We launched 10 browser games and today we have 20 million people who play our games worldwide in more than 20 different languages. I'm a part of this wonderful company since the beginning and I took part of creation of most of our projects. So naturally, next step for us was to create a next generation strategy game and we decided to call it Rage War. I'm head of game development department and my role in this particular project is to manage the workflow and my input is mainly in creating game design and game mechanics. My first task when we started the project was to assemble a team of superheroes. So the Wonder Woman, the girl I immediately knew I wanted to work with, is Lily.
When I first heard about Rage War, I was really excited. I'm really grateful that Nadia included me because such an opportunity comes once in a lifetime. The game is a big challenge in regards of art because our story passes through 7 ages and has to provide to the player a totally new experience. Considering the enormous amount of art we planned, our colleagues said that we were crazy, but this only gave us a bigger motivation. So we decided to combine realistic and cartoon styles, which shocked the skeptics. But after showing our first test drawings, the results of combining these styles was appreciated as something totally new, unique, and the results were very positive. Creating 3D models, units and environment passes through several processes: initial mockup, 2D sketches, 3D models and texturizing the final objects. In the process of creating the art, I had the opportunity to work with extremely talented young artists, with which we managed to create the world of Rage War.
We all know that creating interesting and functional design is a bit of a challenge. It is really important to constantly keep up with the needs of the users. The past few years at Access I have worked on a number of projects and I know that when you're targeting big age range and combining it afterwards with various game styles, you should have in mind that working on a design that will be played both by kids and adults. Through the years we have created some girl games, medieval games, space strategy games, sports, all kinds. And with all of them I have experienced different situations that have created a really good foundation of what came next. The decision to make Rage War a cross-platform game was not a surprise for me. Actually, to be honest, it was the right way to do it. Of course, by covering web, tablets and phones, you have to consider some extra things. A variety of platforms mean variety of resolutions, and the game should look great on both big and small handheld device screens. And it is just as important to make careful decisions about the elements that users need to use during their play sessions.
Guys, why do you think people will play and like our game?
Because we're making the game we wanted to play.
And because people like to create, to compete and to have fun, and that is what will give them.
That's right.
The idea came up in dispute. We both like different game genres and different game settings, but we managed to combine our ideas in one concept. That's why we decided to introduce all fundamental features for a strategy game. We came up with 5 pillars to build our game: discover, build, fight, trade and socialize. Constructing a marvelous wonders will ascend the player's city to a never-seen, glorious and fantastic megapolis. Of course, the players can cooperate peacefully with one another and trade their finest goods, but the most cunning of them will trade back what they've grabbed from their enemies.
As gamers, we have played many web-based strategy games. Some of them have epic battles, some of them have rich economical features, but yet we haven't found the game that probably combines them all. In our game, the player will advance through the mankind historical eras, where they will have the opportunity to discover new buildings, new technology, new upgrades, and of course new units. We wanted battles which are easy to learn by the casual player, while offering complex tactics to engage the hardcore player. So we decided that kind of reverse tower defense will meet our needs. When creating the social aspect of the game, our goal was to give the player an opportunity to interact with each other in order to enjoy more complex gameplay. Joining an alliance will be a completely different experience for the player.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm the annoying guy that does nothing on the project. I want to tell you that Megadeth rocks, that's why I'm here. No, actually I want to introduce the awesome guys that are making the project. This is Živko and Vasco. The project is multi-platform. It should support both the web environment as well as the mobile environment. And we had to make a tough decision on technology that should be used, and we chose Ruby and Rails for our main development tool.
We like Ruby and Rails because of the community behind it. The guys are really awesome. There are tons of free plugins you can use and directly plug into your backend. There's also the test-driven development that lets you build more robust and more stable application.
We choose Ruby because programming with Ruby is really fun. Ruby gives us opportunity to focus on game, not on technology or programming language. On the other hand, we choose Ruby because Ruby gives us freedom to make things in our ways, and this makes us happy.